Hey friends, Miranda Vivanco here, and in today's episode on Cooking with Essential Oils, we're going to make turkey gravy for our Thanksgiving feast, featuring doTerra black pepper, marjoram, and thyme oils. Before we get started, if you like this type of content, give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell notifications. That way you get notified every time we put out a new video. Also, remember to download your recipe book at cookwithoils.com. Plus, I'll leave that link in the description. Okay, let's get started. So turkey gravy is one of those things that most people are afraid to make. And it's actually pretty simple. It's just a few things, and the basic thing that most people forget to do is to taste it. And that's when they get it to the table and it doesn't taste right because it needs a little more salt, or it needs a little bit more flour because it's too runny, or it's too thick and they need to add a little bit more chicken stock. So those things that you can adjust while you're doing it, and you can tell how the consistency looks to see if it's something that you want to put on the table, and you have to taste it. I've tried getting away without tasting it and it just never works. You always have to taste the gravy because it's a work in progress. In my gravy that we're doing today, I have the turkey drippings from the turkey that I made earlier, and they're in a little bowl here. I have 4 cups of chicken stock. I have a half a cup of flour and a teaspoon of salt. Now the salt I'm only going to use if I need to. Sometimes enough salt is in the chicken stock and the drippings from the turkey that you don't need it. Again, the taste test is really important. There's a half a cup of butter in there. I'm going to be using 4 to 5 garlic cloves in there, and then I'm going to be using my black pepper essential oil. Now the black pepper essential oil, I like peppery gravy personally. I like black pepper a lot, so we go through a lot of that in our home. But the black pepper essential oil, you don't need to use as much because it's super concentrated. I'm going to use 2 drops, and then I'm going to see what it tastes like. If I believe it needs a little more pepper, then I'll put a little bit more in, a drop at a time. Same with the marjoram and the thyme. Because I have my turkey drippings, the marjoram and the thyme might not be needed because I did use it in my turkey marinade. However, I'm going to have it just in case I need to put a little bit more in. And I probably will only use the toothpick method, just a little bit, not a full drop of either one of those. Now, one of those things that you can do is you can make turkey gravy without using drippings. If I did that, then I would use a full drop of marjoram and thyme in there to help bring up that flavor, to complement the turkey and the stuffing and the mashed potatoes and everything that's on my turkey table for Thanksgiving. So I want to go ahead and get started. I'm going to melt my butter in the pan, and then like any roux, I'm going to put the flour in and the pepper in, and I'm going to mix it really well until all the lumps are gone, and then we're going to start putting in the turkey drippings and the chicken stock as well. And then the essential oils will be the last part to go in so that I can taste test in between and make sure that it's the right flavor profile that I want for my turkey dinner. Okay, so now my gravy's done and I already put it into my serving container that it will be on my Thanksgiving Day table. I updated the recipe again. Taste testing your gravy the entire time is something that is paramount in getting the flavor profile that you want and everything that you want it to have in it. When I did that, I found that mine was a little too tangy, so I worked on getting the tang out. So I ended up, to take the tang out, I used rosemary essential oil, and I just used 1 drop, and I used a little bit of oregano flakes. Not enough to use a whole drop of oregano. My oregano oil, I could have used a toothpick, so I'm going to add that to the recipe as well. So my gravy tastes fantastic. I'm excited. I added rosemary essential oil, marjoram essential oil, just 1 drop of each, and thyme essential oil, and I used those, just 1 drop of each in my recipe. And I used 3 drops of the black pepper or essential oil as well. And these all complement the turkey, the stuffing, the rosemary rolls, all of the other things we have on our Thanksgiving Day table. Well, that wraps up another Cooking with Essential Oils episode. Remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and click the bell notification so you never miss my weekly episodes, where I show you how to use essential oils in your everyday cooking. If you want this recipe and others like it, I'll leave the link in the description, or you can always go to cookwithoils.com and download your Cooking with Essential Oils recipe book. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll answer all of them. And remember, the best way to support my channel is to share it with a friend. Thanks again for watching. Long live essential oils.